1003, 1004. Oh hey guys, just admiring the trophy. Still the current champ. Wanna remind you all. Um, but yeah, welcome to season 4, guys. I've been incredibly organised this time in that I've actually written down what I want to say before just sitting down and pressing record. So hopefully we're going to have a little bit more structure to today's video. But yeah, first of all, I want to say thank you so much to everyone that has shown an interest in the league. There are a couple of guys that have joined, unfortunately, too late. So while you're not going to be part of this season, we're definitely going to hold events over the next couple of months that you can take part in. So if you'd like to get involved in the community, you definitely can before you get a chance to join us in season 5. Unfortunately, just due to the player size, it's too difficult to sort of rearrange things at this point. So really sorry, guys. I appreciate your patience, and I look forward to playing some games with you over the coming weeks. So yeah, first of all, let's start off. We've got 40 coaches, which for me personally is the biggest league I've ever run. So thank you so much for being a part of that. I've said this many times now. Death on the Pitch was supposed to be a small private league for me and a couple of like really close friends, or guys that I've met online and I know that are really good dudes and reliable dudes, and no rogue willows basically is what I'm trying to say. And it's grown, and every season it's grown, and there's been a couple of new challenges here and there, but we've dealt with them really well. And we've got to the point where we've got 40 players now, and we've got no rogue willows. We've got a bunch of guys that are really dedicated to the league, really involved in the community side. So before we get started and start kicking the crap out of each other, I just wanted to say thanks to everyone. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the divisions, how we're going to structure it, how the playoffs are going to work, and also give you guys some timelines on what's going to be happening and when. So first of all, with 40 coaches, you can't have 2 divisions, because otherwise we'll be playing into January before we start looking at playoffs. And to be honest, it's not something I'm averse to doing, but it might make our season brackets a lot longer than we'd predicted if you're going to be putting 20 odd games in a season. So we decided to split it down into 4. Now, I don't know how many of you guys have run leagues before. It's a huge amount of admin to run more than one division. So what we've done is we've reached out. I know I got about 10 responses from people that were asking to jump on board the admin team. So first of all, thank you to everyone that threw your hat in there. Really appreciate it. It was a really hard debate, but we ended up going with Sir Lags a lot, who I think is going to be able to bring loads to the league. So again, thank you to Lags for stepping up there. And for those of you that didn't get the admin spot, there's going to be other spots opening up. With the way this league's growing, we're growing on average about 40% in size every single season. So next season there's going to be more, and then the season after, and we could get to a situation where we have 80, 90 coaches per season. But I do want to be very strict on the kind of coaches that we're allowing in, because I think this is why our community is so great. Before we go any further though, before I go and talk about the divisions, I just want to be crystal clear, because we have got some rules that I'm going to make sure are up to date. The number one rule that we have is no concessions. So if you're getting your ass whooped in game, I can completely understand the frustration. If you're getting diced, I completely understand the frustration. However, the impact that has on the rest of the league, like your opponent getting twice the winnings, twice the MVPs and stuff like that, can really impact other people's playoff runs. So I'll ask you all now, please don't concede your games. It's something we'll have to look at if it ever happens. I'm hoping it won't. We've only had 1 or 2 concessions in, you know, well over 200 games in the league, so it's not something that happens a lot. But I just wanted to make sure from day 1 of Season 4 that everyone is aware no concessions are allowed. So back onto the divisions now that I've gone off track a little bit. Yeah, so we're going to have 4. So we're going to have Division 1, which is really... What we've tried to do with the divisions is tier it. So you have good coaches with good teams in the high divisions. You can have a good coach on a stunty team, maybe in Division 2 or 3. And Division 4 is designed to be a development division. So those guys, I really want to focus on building their core skill level, which reminds me of another option that I need to talk about here, which is the mentor program. So I'll come to that when we get to Division 4. So yeah, we've got different divisions, and we've tried to base it on skill level. And the idea is, when you go to like local tabletop leagues, what you'll normally have is like a commissioner that wants to get a couple of easy wins. So what he'll do is he'll mix the divisions up, and he'll put a couple of rookie or inexperienced coaches in his league, and then maybe 1 or 2 in the others, and he'll just SPP farm, get to the finals, and then just breeze through. That's great for him. Or them, you know, I shouldn't assume their gender. However, it just is a really horrible experience for those new coaches. So by balancing the skill levels across the divisions, we're hoping to make it a more enjoyable experience. And it could also mean that we don't get any concessions due to, you know, just someone being that much better at the game than you. So hopefully we've been able to do that. So we're going to have a look at Division 1 first of all. Division 1 is going to be run by myself. So, pat on the back for me for doing this one. It's waiting to start, so we'll kick it off while we're live here. So the teams, we've got Lefe on Brett's, we've got Frosty on Necromantic, we've got Twisted Candy on Orcs. Again, shout out to Twisted Candy, my first ever non-Twitch Prime sub, so appreciate that, dude. Artnalax on Dwarves. We've got Moon Dingo on Brett's. I expect a lot from you, Moon, so don't let me down. Crazy, who is a current, the Season 1 champion and always gets to playoffs, a great guy there. Fidel Catflow, or as some of us know him, Stallion, on his High Elves. Lors on his Dwarves. Kinroth, so Kinroth is... a guy from the OCC before I became an outlaw there, who I was, he signed up to the mentor program there. He does not need it. So if you're listening to this, man, I'm going to continue to do that even though I've left OCC, but you're good enough. You do not need my help, dude. You're a very, very good player in your own right. And then Mr. Misi, McMeesy, a player that has given me the most stress ever in a game when I played his Chorfs. So awesome player there. I expect this is going to be a super tight division. And we'll come and talk about playoff implications a bit later once we've looked at all the divisions. But yeah, those are the 10 coaches for Season 1. I'm going to press schedule now, start competition. This is how it works from an admin point of view, guys, just so you can look. And very shortly, your admins will be setting up your tags for your matchups. So, Division 2, this is run by Sir Lags-a-Lot. So, this one has Leo Loca on Skaven. We've got Vake on Humans. Now, Vake is also Deaton in Discord. That's another thing, guys. We might, if possible, could we have one username, or at least in brackets, you could set up a nickname and put your Blood Bowl coach name on there, just to make it a little bit easier to identify, especially for some of the newer admins, because it can be a little bit difficult working out who's who. Luckily, I know who this is, but you know, Lags could easily forget. So yeah, guys, if you can just put like little brackets and then put your Blood Bowl 2 ID, that'd be perfect. Abnorman in on his Khemri, so I'm super excited to see this. Jazz Crunch or Spectra in on Undead. I've played as Undead a couple of times now, and it's pretty scary. Rogue and Goblins, so excited to see this build. I'm hoping it's Nuffle's Altar, so we'll get to see some cool star players pretty early on. Rydog and the Might Lamshankers. I thought that was Mighty, but Might Lamshankers. 1660 halflings there. It's finally happened, guys. I've gone for elves. I've actually picked elves for a league and not a claw team. This is really linked to something else that happened a couple of days ago, which is amazing, which I'll talk about in just a second. Mamiglin. So we were thinking about putting Mamiglin in the development league. However, I think he's good enough to compete in Division 2, especially on Zons, and there's no dwarfs in this division, so I think he should do absolutely fine. Show Me Magic on his Chaos, so excited to see that. Excited to see how he does here. And then Easily Amused. So Blast from the Past, if you guys weren't watching the stream the other day, Easily Amused dropped me a follow, and I absolutely lost my shit. So this is a guy that I used to run Death on the Pitch with on Fumble, probably 8 or 10 years ago now. It was a long time ago. So yeah, awesome to have him back in the league. Also awesome to have him back on Skaven as well, which is the team he played. And that made me think, right, if we're going nostalgia for this season, I'm going to pick up the Dark Reapers again, which was the team that I used in Death on the Pitch. So yeah, super excited to have all these coaches. Super happy to have Easily back in the league as well. Super happy about that. Schedule, let's kick this one off. Well of Darkness, and would you have it, week 1, Skaven versus the Dark Elves. So that is going to be awesome. Yeah, we will do a breakdown of this. I'm going to do a picks video, but I'm going to have to do it Monday just based on time available tonight, unfortunately. So yeah, that's Division 2 done. So let's go for Division 3. Now this is run for by Abnorman, sorry, not for Abnorman. So GB Gamer Will, so shout out to Will. One of our new recruits is on Elven Union. I can't make fun of elves anymore, can I, guys? That was my first instinct, is I was going to make fun of elves, but hey ho. Big Floor Pie in on Chaos Dwarf, so really interested to see how he does on Dwarfs. He did pretty well on Orcs. Naros on his Chaos. Again, a pretty good start on his Chaos. Naros had a couple of years off the game. So it'll be interesting to see how he does now from 1000 TV when everyone else is on the same playing field. Calgar in on Dark Elves, 990, so that's pretty exciting. Cammy has gone for Orcs. I'm glad to see him on something bashy. I've been watching his games in Death on the Pitch with a lot of interest. Again, one of the guys that was part of the original league that I used to run. Super awesome dude. But I've seen him take so many casualties. I don't know if you guys remember that game, Play of the Week, where a Chaos team just got ripped apart by a Nurgle team. This was Cammy's team. So he's gone for Orcs now, which a little bit more stable than Chaos and the Elves that he played as well. So excited to see how he does here. Avenged Remains on Chaos. So again, should be pretty sweet here. Excited to see that. Norm, so again, one of our admin teams, is on Amazon. Lathiux, I probably said that wrong, so if I have, sorry dude. On Brett's. Kilted Warrior on Necromantic. And then we've got Morts on Humans. So again, nice to see some Humans in the league. And also nice to see some variation, although we do seem to have a lot of Chaos. I've noticed we've got a lot of Chaos in the league so far. So if I go to schedule now, let's go to start competition. Okay. Off you guys go. And let's go to Division 4 now. This is run by Artnalax. We've got Andor the Mandor on his Ogres. Excited to see that. Zomnivore, who I believe is... Who is Zomnivore? Who is Zomnivore? This is the thing, guys. With multiple usernames, it's hard to keep track sometimes. Let me find out, because I'd feel bad if I just moved away and didn't give him a shout out. Sorry guys, opening the spreadsheet. Season 4, Zomnivore. So this is Orc-Look. So Orc-Look in here with his Ogres. I should remember that. Ghost on his Dwarfs. Hessen or Alex on Orcs. Zerg or Toby. There's a lot of people with multiple usernames in this division, so Artnalax is going to have a great time on his orcs. Battlehawk, super happy to have Battlehawk in the league. I bumped into this guy in the CCL, super nice dude, and he's playing dwarves. Pongus, who I believe is, I need to double check because it's a different username. URV, so URV or Pongus is on orcs again, so more orcs. They've been pretty popular. Domleb on Necro. We've got Mr. Ben. Mr. Ben is obviously our tech skink on his lizard men, and Leb 100 on Dark Elves. So we're going to kick this off as well. Okay. So that is all rolling now. So all the divisions are live at the time you're going to see this video, which is great. So let's talk about how the playoffs are going to work. So we're going to have 9 games each, and the league officially starts on the 12th. You can play your games sooner if you'd like to. That's entirely up to you. I don't mind. But yeah, the games officially start on the 12th of August. So 9 weeks would take us to the 14th of October. So what will happen then is we will be doing a 8-team playoff situation to see who's the overall winner. Unfortunately, I can't afford 4 trophies, so this is something that we, playoffs sorts this issue quite nicely for me. Because we're tiering the divisions based on player skill, what we've also decided to do is tier who qualifies for the cup. So we want to be super upfront about this at the at start point. Okay, so division 1, which is our most highest experience division. And bear in mind, I didn't put myself in this, just so you guys are aware. 3 teams from Division 1 will qualify. Division 2, 2 teams will qualify. Division 3, 2 teams will qualify. And then Division 1, 1 team will qualify. So again, we've got players of various skill levels. So Division 4, we've tried to build into our development division, so you guys can focus on, building skill level, enjoying the game, which is the main thing. And we don't want to put too much focus on like a playoff qualification. It's the quality of game and improvement is the main focus for us. So we're actually going to be launching a mentor program. So you might have noticed the thread in the Discord go up in the past couple of days called Mentor Program. If you are in Division 4 or 3 or even 2, and you would like some coaching from one of our more experienced coaches or admin team, please just put a quick message in there. Tell them what race you're running, what you're looking to improve on, and we can arrange some like development sessions, maybe replay reviews and things like that to help you build up your game. What we will also do is at the end of Season 4, again we do time brackets, so I'll explain that in a second. At the end of Season 4, we will assess who has been placed in each division and if it's correct. So if you're in Division 3 and you lose every game 3-0, it's probably the right move to switch you into Division 4 so you can get the development time. And vice versa, if you've been placed in Division 4 and you win every match, 2 or 3-0, you probably need to go up to get a more balanced level of competition. Because also being in a division that is too easy for you is also not the most fun thing in the world. So we're going to try and keep it as balanced as possible. So yeah, I had something else pop into my head there that I wanted to mention, and it's gone unfortunately. So the prize, playoffs. After the playoffs, we will do a trophy. So yeah, by all means, if you win that, you get a trophy. If you're UK based, I will send the trophy directly to you. If you're non-UK based, I might have to work with you to find a local vendor that will do a trophy, because shipping and things like that it's just not cost effective for what is essentially, while it is an amazing trophy, it's probably easier and cheaper to order something directly from the country that you're based in. So we'll look at things we can do there. I've just remembered what it is I wanted to speak about. Okay. 3 more things. Or 4 more things, depending on how you look at it. So, we have had a lot of interest from American and Canadian coaches over the past couple of months. And unfortunately, if they've not been able to play in European time zones, it's been somewhat disruptive and also fairly difficult for them to get their games played. So the initial plan was we were just going to go back to normal EU times and things like that. And if people can't really fit that, then, unlucky. But I was speaking to one of the American coaches in particular who is really passionate about staying part of the league. And I love that. I love that energy. I love the fact that someone likes the community and really wants to be a part of it. So we are going to be opening up an American branch of Death on the Pitch, which is really exciting. We're going to look to start putting communications out over the next week to start recruitment for that. So we'll likely do a 1 division league for that for next season. Oh, sorry, for this season. So probably aim to kick that off in the next couple of weeks. So the Deluxe is going to be stepping up and helping me run that. And in fact, I'll be honest, Deluxe, you're probably gonna be doing most of the legwork on that, mate. But it means we can actually offer the ability for coaches in America to come and play in the league, which will be fantastic. It could even get to the point where we're able to build up 2 big divisions, 1 in Europe and 1 in America, and we could do 2 sets of playoffs, and then the winner of each one could meet up for like a Super Bowl or whatever they call it over the pond, but like a super final or something like that. So that's something that I've liked the idea of for a while now. Watch this space. I'm going to do everything I can to put the American season together. We're not going to be able to offer the same kind of like prizes for this first season. We need to see what the interest level is and if coaches stick to it and things like that before we commit to anything like financially. But if it gets big, then we'll definitely look to replicate the same kind of thing we're doing over in the European League, which would be great. Now, with all great organizations, it's all about marketing, right? And excuse me, me jumping on stream and talking about it till I'm blue in the face is great, and it's actually brought in the right kind of coaches. But one of the things that's really helped our league grow are the other streamers like Magix, Artnalax, Abnorman, even Lags, and other coaches, Rydog. If I've missed anyone off there, Rogue as well. If I've missed anyone off, I'm so sorry. It's just because I'm trying to do this off the top of my head. But you guys casting our games, doing like replays or live casts has been so valuable in the growth of our league. So first of all, thank you so much. We're going to look to extend this and do more casting. My main focus has been cup casts, and I'm going to try and switch that so we're covering more Death on the Pitch games now than ever before, which is great because I like the fact that if I'm sat down on a Sunday afternoon and I open my phone up, I can go and watch one of our league games being played live, and for me it's great. It helps with that immersion side of things. So we currently have a team of casters, and if you don't have a PC that's powerful enough to stream, that does not matter. If you would want to co-cast or anything like that, have a chat with me. Let me know at least, and then I can get you added into the casters group, and we can get you in because it's easier to cast with 2 people for sure. Not everyone can just talk to themselves like I can for an hour. But also, if you'd like to start casting games, please reach out to me as soon as possible. I'll get you the right permissions. I'll get you all the logo and artwork that you need to set up your stream as well. And if you're interested in doing it and you don't have your stream set up, or you're not sure how to do it, or you want help with your follow alerts or anything like that, again, reach out to me. I'll spend some time with you and we'll get your stream set up to Death on the Pitch standards so you can come in and help those. That's actually another point that I need to speak about, so we'll put that just below. You'll notice, guys, so this is for everyone. There is now a scheduling post in Death on the Pitch in our Discord. If you agree at a game with your opponent, can you please post the time in UTC in there, just so we know. And that means that anyone in that Death on the Pitch TV team can actually come in and say, look, these guys are playing tomorrow or tonight at 7 o'clock. I'm going to cast this game. Does anyone want to co-cast? So it really helps us make sure we've got as much coverage as possible. So it might not be something that you always remember to do, but I would personally really, really appreciate it if you guys, when you start arranging your games, please put the game time and date in that scheduling post so we can start picking these live games up. You know, ideally, I would like my stream to literally be me playing Blood Bowl once a week and just casting games for the rest of it. So the more content I can fill with your guys' stuff, the better, really, in my book. The weekly show is still going to continue. I'm going to do one tomorrow, and I'm going to see how long it takes, because obviously we've basically doubled in size this season, so I'm not sure what impact that's going to have. I can't really do a weekly show per division. I'm not going to be able to put 4 out a week. It's just too much. So I'm going to try and cover the whole league off. If anyone is interested in, perhaps covering off a division or covering off a couple of divisions on their stream, please let me know. Again, I can get all the transition files and stuff set up for you. If you want to pick some of that up, that is, yeah, I'm more than open to that. Again, on the weekly show, guys, if you're having like any amazing plays or crazy stuff happen in your game and you want it to be submitted for Play of the Week, please let me know the turn it happened in and just roughly what happened. And then that helps me make a decision on whether I include it in the weekly show or not, and it also helps me find it much quicker. Then the final point, the website. So the website is something we are looking at doing. However, I really suck at WordPress. So Mr. Ben said he is going to build us a template that we can update and edit, which I'm really appreciative of, but I don't know what the timescale on that's going to be. So I was hoping to get the website live in September, maybe mid-September, but we'll have to see. But yeah, I'll come back to you guys on that. And again, Mr. Ben, if anyone that enjoys the website when we get it up, it's all down to Mr. Ben. He's agreed to do the hosting for us, which is going to save me about £200 a year. So huge thanks to Mr. Ben, and the fact that he's talking me through how to actually set it up as well. It must be incredibly frustrating for him, but it is really appreciated. So if you listen to Mr. Ben, thank you so much. Really appreciate it, dude. And that's it, guys. 27 minutes of me just rambling on like an absolute lunatic. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. I'm so excited for Season 4 to kick off. I cannot wait for us to start casting the games. And really look forward to seeing you guys all soon. Speak to you soon, guys.